I arrived in Chongqing late in the evening. This futuristic city is built on an island much like Manhattan. Skyscrapers cling to the steep cliffs that descend into the Yangtze and Jilin rivers below. Chongqing is one of the most heavily populated places on the planet, with a staggering 33 million residents. Its location on the rivers has made it a major hub of industry, with steel, shipbuilding, car manufacturers and chemical factories all helping to give it its nickname as the City of Fog. Boarding an American-managed cruise ship felt rather surreal. The warm smiles and brass band that welcomed each passenger on board provided a stark contrast to the atmosphere outside. The neon lights of the city through the mist looked like something out of the film Blade Runner. Within an hour of boarding, we were heading down the Yangtze to our first port of call. The accommodation on board the cruise ship was excellent. Rooms were bright and clean with every manner of comfort you could require, even English television channels. But I have to say the view outside was far more appealing. That afternoon, our ship stopped at Fengdu, known locally as a ghost city. It received its reputation in the Tang dynasty when two officials got married nearby. Their surnames, Yin and Wang, sound like King of Hell in Chinese. Back on the boat, and by night, like any cruise, passengers are chatty, the food is good, and the entertainment, mostly from crew members, is laid on every evening. An early start the next morning, and all passengers were out on deck for coffee and a look at the first of the three gorges on our journey, the Qutang Gorge. As late morning came, we were off the cruise ship and onto a smaller boat so we could head up the Danning River and through the beautiful lesser gorges. The water here is strikingly clear and in total contrast to the muddy, turgid waters of the Yangtze. This is a part of China still relatively untouched. As we sailed further up the Danning, we transferred into an even smaller boat where we were given the opportunity to try on local costumes.
Like this? Yes.
Luckily, the local boatman soon took over and treated us to a song.
Thank you.
Day 11 of the trip, and everyone's out enjoying the sunshine. This was to be our last full day on the Yangtze. As we sail down the Yangtze, it seems the view just keeps getting better and better. Our journey is taking us through the three gorges, the second of which is this one, the Wu Gorge, which is meant to be the most beautiful. And well, on a day like this, I don't think the view could get any better. Our last port of call, and we dock at the Three Gorges dam site, one of the most controversial engineering projects in the world. This vast construction is the largest water conservancy project ever undertaken, and its presence has meant water levels along the Yangtze have risen, forcing the relocation of tens of thousands of residents. It's still not finished, and when I was there we were unable to pass through the dam's giant three-stage lock. Today, however, cruise ships are able to pass through all the way to Yichang and beyond.